19 years, thanks to you people. To Meals on Wheels, mostly in Laguna Woods, and you never know, we may all need it, right? Okay. Hi, sweetheart. I need my check. Okay. Right, this is the one you need. And my Vice President Surrey is happening here right now, and so is my Martin, the announcer. So we're going to give her this check. Oh, well, I'm going to let you talk first. Yeah, you want to say something? You got a few minutes.
Short and sweet. Thank all of you. There's so many familiar faces this time. Last time, this year, it was my very first time in the village, so a lot has changed. So thank you all for all your support. And I particularly want to thank Joey. Through Komedy Klub, this check will be, I believe, $30,000 over the years, 15 years. So it makes a huge difference, and it changes a lot of people's lives. So it's really big, so while you're laughing, you're also doing a good thing. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do this right now, and then we'll go on with our show. Everybody, let's clap. We're on television. You're very tall, aren't you? I used to be 5'7". I hated that she's 6'1". Now I'm 5'3". I want to end this is Surrey, our Vice President. And Mark. And thank you all so much for contributing. We appreciate it.
Don't go away, Joey. It is her birthday, and the Komedy Klub board would like to present Joey with some flowers in celebration. And we think it'd be wonderful for everybody to sing happy birthday. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joey. Happy birthday to you. Now it's time for some comedy. Joy has asked me to remind you that she is single. She has 2 new knees. She has great teeth. She has a handicap placard. And she drives at night. And she is single. Joey has appeared in many venues, television, including Channel 6. She appeared at the Improv, where she was known as the sexy senior citizen. She appeared at the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano, in Dana Point, at the Palace House. She was the star in the Fractured Follies, which raised money for the South Coast Hospital in San Clemente. And of course, she has appeared here in Laguna Woods many, many times. She was on the Gong Show, the original Gong Show, a few years ago. She won. Now, Joey's humor is intelligent, reflects real life. Her insight into senior life in Southern California is original, sometimes a hint of off-color. And Joey loves to laugh. And even more, Joey loves for her friends to laugh. And all of you are her friends. So let's give a Laguna Woods welcome to our own funny lady, Joey Sims.
Shake, You never do nothing to save your doggone soul. When you wear those dresses and the sun comes shining through. When you wear those dresses and the sun comes shining through. I can't believe my eyes. All that mess belongs to you. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Like a one-eyed cat sleeping in a seafood store. I got the words all wrong. Shake, rattle, and roll. Like this dance. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. You never do nothing to save your doggone soul. I like a one-eyed cat sleeping in a seafood store. I like a one-eyed cat sleeping in a seafood store. You look at me and you think I ain't a cat no more. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. You never do nothing to save your doggone soul. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. You never do nothing to save your doggone soul. Shake, rattle, and roll. Hey! The songs keep getting longer and longer. It's a good thing I'm still singing 1930 songs. That's when that song was written. 1930, quite a bit before me even. Anyway, I want to thank you for the birthday celebration. And I want to thank my fabulous board and all the volunteers, my announcer, my vice president, my gorgeous techs. And by the way, I want to tell you, the reason that there's even a few empty seats, and I see there's hardly any, is my 101-year-old friend that I introduced last month. I said he won't have a shot because he's afraid of long-lasting effects. He's having a party tonight on my time. And I gave him hell, but he says, Joey, I'm 101. And I said, well, you got me. What am I going to do about that, you know? Anyway, I love him, and let's all wish Tom a happy birthday. Well, this year I'm going to need a fire extinguisher to put out my candles. We may have to call those cute firemen to help me. I told you, when I'm asked my age, I tell them I'm 50 plus shipping and handling. 1 minute you're great fun, and the next minute you're turning your car radio on so that you can see better. And you know you're getting older when you go to an antique auction and 3 people bid on you. Some guy tonight said to me, what's your real birthday? I said, September 24th. He said, what year? I said, every year, smartass. In fact, last week I posted what I thought was a very sexy picture of me on Facebook. And so Smart Alec texted me back and said, get well soon. I also posted a picture of my spotlessly clean house. And some ass reported it as fake news. Anyone that has a spotlessly clean house today does not have a computer. That's the true story. Everybody has problems. My girlfriend says her husband is the cheapest man in the world. She's not buying it. When everything is going your way, you know you're in the wrong lane. You must know a little joy before we're put out to pasture, right? And just remember and don't ever forget, if you have a clear conscience, it's because you've lost your memory. You know, my body used to be blessed by Mother Nature. It really did. Now it's being taken away by Father Time. I lost 15 pounds, which is great. That only cost me a small fortune at Weight Watchers. And I'm shrunk 3 1/4 inch. That's why I couldn't stand standing next to that tall girl, because I used to be 5'7" and I loved it. Anyway, you know, if we date, I think we should be like a car, and everybody should get to talk to the previous owner. Yeah, I broke my back in Zumba. I think most of you know that story. I was trying to match my leotard, and I wore golf shoes. So when those darling men came to pick me up for the ambulance, they told me, "Young lady, you shouldn't wear golf shoes to do Zumba." And all I could think of is, God, I hope I have on lipstick. And I had 4 broken vertebrae, thinking that stupid thing. And anyway, I am a good dancer. I dance a lot, and I do my own stunts, as you can see. I think that when you date, you should be like a used car and wonder if somebody would really buy you. That's kind of, yeah. I met a guy I like, but it'll never work because I have a bad back and he has a bad front. You guys are a little slow, but it's coming. That's their idea of me getting off color right there. I told this man that's so upset by women that he first has to understand pizza to understand women. And I know that because I'm Italian. Anyway, you have to understand the concept of pizza. Pizza comes in a square box and is round and is served in triangles. Once you figure that out, you can understand a woman. It's almost election time, so we get to vote all the turkeys in before Thanksgiving. Yeah, and I always say this, election, erection, either way we get screwed, right? Okay, somebody told me a joke tonight I have to tell. Not mine, it's this good-looking man down here in front. He said, "What is Viagra like?" "It's like putting a new flagpole on a condemned building." Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, folks. In Laguna Woods, I never run out of material. That's what's great. Well, we're so thrilled tonight to have Stephanie Bloom. She needs an extra hand. She came 2.5 hours from Northridge. She's going 2.5 hours back. Can you imagine? Yeah, I said a hand, not one hand, more hands. Well, throughout her career, she has brought audiences into hysterics with her take-no-prisoner approach. She's a mother of 3 and a former school psychologist, and she's a street-smart Brooklyn native, and she has a strong opinion on just about everything, especially parenting, marriage, and her most guilty pleasure, pop culture. Stephanie was crowned New York's funniest female comedian and chosen for HBO's U.S. Comedy Arts Festival and recognized by the New York Times. She holds a New York State license in school psychology. She's earned a bachelor's degree in psychology from the State University of New York and a master's degree in education along with certification in school psychology from Brooklyn College. Let's give her a great hand. Thank you so much. Come on, Stephanie.
guys, I'm so happy to be here. You know, it took 2.5 hours, but you know what? I'm here and my kids aren't, so I don't care. I told my husband the show started at 7 in the morning. I am married 27 years. It's like 8 marriages in LA. Right? 26, you should be proud of yourself if you married a long time, right? How many people married a long time? Long time, raise your hand. How long? Shout out. 58. 58, anyone beat 58? 59. 50, yes, back there. 60. And going once. Going twice. So I can say, congratulations, or I'm sorry. Either one. I did a show and this woman told me she was married for 60 years. And I said, that is amazing. And she said, but her husband was dead for 30. She didn't do the work like you did. You put in the work. And I met my husband in a bar. I am from New York. We have New Yorkers? Yeah. Brooklyn? Woo! Flatbush? No. Where are you guys from? Bensonhurst. I worked at New Utrecht High School as a psychologist for 12 years. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a huge place, right? People don't realize, I'm out here like 15 years. People don't realize how big Brooklyn is, and every time they go, I love your accent. I'm like, what accent? And they're like, do you know, like in Brooklyn, they go, do you know Vinny? Or Joey, or Sal. Do you know Vinny? He has brown hair. He hangs out at a pizzeria. Did you know him in Bensonhurst? I go, what? That's like going to Israel and saying, do you know Shlomo? He's Jewish. He wears black and he hangs out by the wall. Do you know him? So I'm Jewish. I don't practice really because I don't want to get good at it. But so I did. I met my husband in a bar. True, in the city, Manhattan, on another date. There was police involved. I don't have time for that story, but I have a friend who's very romantic about love. She's like, oh, was he the one when you looked across the bar? Did you know? Was he the one? I don't know, his last call. And he was the only one left, so. Yes, he was the one. Now this is a friend, she's 60 years old, she's never been married, she says she wants to be married, dates the last, 40 years on every app, and I'm like, someone's too tall, too short, too this, doesn't like it. You're 60, okay? Just pick someone already. It's half over, just pick someone, okay? You're no prize, just pick someone. Because 6-year-olds are looking for 30-year-olds, right? So you, as a 6-year-old, have to date John. He's 102. You have to date John. And I'm so glad. I don't want to get divorced. I don't wish it on anyone. I understand why people do. But I don't want to go on dating apps. With all these pictures. There's nothing on me that I want to send to someone. If I send any kind of topless, bottomless picture, they will block me. All I can do is say I have my own teeth. Sends a picture, because that's good for an older man. And I drive at night. So those are 2 good things. But I'm just glad that I don't have to. But I didn't understand why people get divorced, like before I was married this long. I didn't understand, like after 30 years, 32 years, 38 years, why people get divorced at that point. Like, why you're like together so long. And then I realized, it came to me. You want to be happy. I get it now. For the remainder of your life, you want to be happy. And I respect that. My husband, listen, you have to compromise. You're married 60 years, right? Back there, you have to compromise. Married 50 years, right? You have to make it work. I'm messy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sloppy. And I watch Hoarders to make myself feel better. I'm like, I'm not so bad. Look at these people. path in my house. My kittens know where the cat litter is. I'm not so bad, right? But I had a dream that he was cheating on me, right? And we were sleeping, and I woke up angry. Did that ever happen to you? You wake up angry because you had a dream that your husband or wife did something, right? So I started hitting him with the pillow. He's like, what? What did I do? I go, you know what you did. You're in big trouble. And I didn't talk to him the whole day, not one word, like the whole day, till 10 in the evening, right? And at 10 in the evening, I said, did you realize I didn't say one word to you today? He goes, yeah, it was a really nice day. It was very relaxing. I got a lot done. Well, Thanksgiving, my friend invited me, 5 people, over to her house for Thanksgiving a couple of years ago, obviously, before the whole nightmare. Now, what I was taught, my mom taught me, when someone invites you over, I say, what could I bring, right? That's how it goes, that's etiquette. And then they'll say nothing, and I'll bring something, right? I'll bring flowers, candy, wine, whatever. My friend, as I said, invited us over, 5 of us, and I said, what could I bring? And she's like, can you bring the turkey? Is Alan Funt here? Isn't that the main course? Like, I don't know, you invited me? Yeah, you know. And then she's like, can you swing by Costco and get some water? And then can you go to Marie Callender's and you can get a pie? And then can you pick up my grandma? She's in a wheelchair. Do you have a ramp? So then she goes, I'm so sorry, that's so rude. Just choose what you want to, what you want to bring. Just choose. I said, I choose not to come. I'm gonna get Chinese food. This is nonsense. I used to think my parents were romantic because my dad would feed my mom food. When we go out to eat food, before he ate it, he'd give her a taste. And then I found out he was checking for poison. A man went to his rabbi. I said, Rabbi, I think my wife is trying to poison me, right? And the rabbi said, Saul, I think you're paranoid. Your wife is not trying to poison you. I think you're nuts. Let me talk to your wife, right? Next day, the rabbi comes back and said, Saul, I talked to your wife for 6 hours. Take the poison. Now, I know Joey talked about Weight Watchers, right? And you lost weight, you look beautiful. I tried Jenny Craig. Jenny Craig is a food program. If it works for you, fantastic. But Jenny Craig makes no sense to me, no logic. You can't give a fat adult their snacks for the whole week all at once. I had no snacks by the time I left the parking lot. Jenny Craig. I needed a snack advance. If I could control my snacks, I wouldn't need Jenny Craig, right? So that's why I'm there. But my friend said, you know what? You're lazy, you don't want to exercise, try a spray tan. Do you guys ever get a spray tan? You ever do that? Okay, I'll explain it to you. There's 2 ways. One way, you go in a booth, you're undressed, and then you have like a lunch lady shower cap on, and then the jets come down. But it doesn't beep when it gets to your ankles. So you start off like this. And then you have to turn. And if you don't turn at the right time, it sprays you 2 times on the same side. That's not a good look, okay? Then the other way is this young girl, lovely young girl. She 23, she looked about 23, and what she does, she takes like a torch-like instrument, and line by line they spray you. So it's like more even, and it looks better. Now this young girl, I looked at her, lovely, sweet. You have to be undressed. She's comfortable with it because she does it all day. I look at her and I go, this couldn't be her dream. Like, I don't think she was in her guidance counselor's office in high school. Said, you know what I want to do? You know what's fulfilling? I want to spray tan chubby Jewish women in the valley. That is very fulfilling to me. So I'm dressed, you know, and she's talking to me like, you know, she's comfortable. I'm trying to be cool, and she's talking to me, and you have to I didn't know like, you got to get all your flaps, you know, under your arms. There's like so many crevices, like, you know. And I didn't know this. I thought it'd be fast and easy, and she's talking to me, and I'm trying to be cool and comfortable, and I'm like, no, yeah, I might do another cruise soon. I'm not sure. Yeah, my son is good. My daughter's in 11th grade. Yeah, she just came, my 13-year-old, she came back from sleepaway camp. No, I'm perfectly comfortable. This is not awkward at all. No, I'm fine. So humiliating, you guys. And then, you're not eating, are you? Lift my breast. I'm sorry, I have to say. Listen, I used to use my breast to pick up guys, and now I need 2 guys to pick up my breast. That's the way it goes. So you have to lift your breast, like, so she can spray your belly, right? Like, get underneath the crevices of your boobs, right? So then, I couldn't have eye contact with her. So I just paid her, you know, I gave her a huge tip. And I said, go to college. This isn't for anybody, go to college. And then she told me in the mirror, like, look 3 hours later, it's gonna be, you know, darker. It gets increasingly darker as the day goes on. So 3 hours later, I looked in the mirror naked, and I saw 2 handprints. I did not look thinner. I looked like I molested myself, and that I could have done for free. Mother-in-laws, you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much, too. Thank you. I appreciate it. My mother-in-law lives in Westchester, New York. I love her. We get along very different. Very different. She's very neat, and I'm not, as I mentioned. And so she's like always bragging how clean her kitchen floor is. You could eat off of it. I was like, you know what, big deal? You could eat off of my floor because there's food on it. So there's a buffet on my floor in Northridge. Anyone would like to follow me home. And she actually, I know grandparents worry, I get it, you know. And she actually told me to take my son to the doctor when he was a baby because she said he wasn't blinking enough. He was like 8 months. And I said, well, maybe he's blinking when you're blinking and you're missing it. Thank you guys so much. You've been so nice.